With pride thanksgiving, a mother for her children, England mourns for her dad across the sea. Flesh for flesh they were, spirit for spirit, fallen in the cause of the free. Solemn the drums drill, death august and royal sing sorrow up into mortal spheres. There is music in amidst the desolation, and the glory that shines upon our tears. They went with song to the battle. They were young, straight of limb, true of eye, standing aglow. They were staunch to the end against odds uncounted. They fell with their faces to the foe. They shall not grow old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weigh them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them.
One of the worst things was a friend of mine who was a lance corporal, and he got hit by some shrapnel from a bomb and blew both of his eyes clean out of his head. Thankfully for him, he died almost instantly, but it was terrible sight. I remember wading out up to my neck in water, still a few yards to go, so I swam for just a few yards. They had ropes hanging down from the ship. I got hold of a rope, was hauled on board. Next thing, I passed out.
We moved with 2 rifles in the morning, just before first light, and they were pretty much getting us onto target, and we were going to take over from there. And it was just before first light when an explosion took place. We heard a second explosion, and at that point there we realised that something had gone drastically wrong that morning. We then got called forward to the scene, if you will, and it's then where we saw exactly what happened. And subsequently, unfortunately, one of the patrol had stood on an improvised explosive device, a pressure plate IED, and in doing so got quite badly injured. And when they were administering first aid, put him onto a stretcher, and unfortunately one of the stretcher bearers stood on a second IED, unfortunately killing both of the stretcher bearers outright, and this guy was then injured furthermore.
We lost, if I'm correct, 19 guys in one helicopter accident there into the Atlantic, South Atlantic. A big chunk of our guys missing. I've had a lot of my friends that have been killed over the years in different conflicts, and you shouldn't ever forget that these people, when you stood there with your 2-minute silence in particular, is that these are the people who fought and died for this country. So the beginning of World War I to the end of World War II, it's something like over 1 million people, soldiers, sailors and Air Force, have been killed fighting for this country, for the freedom of this country. From the end of World War II until present, over 7,000 have died in conflicts trying to keep this country free. and you know, for the future of everybody, including our children.